motivation. Hello, hair motivation, hair boy motivation. Where are you? Motivation. Where is it? There you are. What are you doing all the way under the bed, bro? I've been looking for you for 10 days. Come on, we got work to do. Sheesh. Okay, I'm finally motivated. I'm ready to start this video. Let's go. You're not starting any video. Go back to bed now.
Oh hell no!
Hi everyone, welcome to my office. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. Nice to meet you, nice to see you. If you've been here before, welcome back. Now, I know that I am not the only one who struggles every now and again, or maybe for me more often than usual, to find motivation. So that is what we're going to talk about today. Motivation, the reasons we can sometimes lose it or lack it, and ways that we can get motivated and retain that level of motivation. So, motivation can be described as the wants or needs that we have, which direct our behaviors towards fulfilling certain wishes or plans or desires that we might have. Motivations are typically divided into two categories. We have drives and we have motives. Drives are primarily biological, so we would call things like thirst, hunger, sleepiness, the need to reproduce, certain things like those we call drives. Motives, on the other hand, are mainly influenced by social and psychological factors such as work, relationships, and family. And they include factors such as praise and approval. Motivation can also be either intrinsic, which means that it derives from internal factors, or extrinsic, which means it derives from external factors. When our motivation is intrinsic, our behaviors are actually influenced by the feelings of satisfaction they provide. So for example, let's say you are passionate about doing something. You do it not because others expect you to do it, but because you sincerely love doing it. And this is what you would refer to as, having the intrinsic motivation to do it. In contrast, behaviors that are extrinsically motivated are done in order to receive something from others. So for example, we go to work because we want to get paid. Somebody might do something charitable not because they genuinely care about the cause, but because they want the recognition, they want to be praised. We might be motivated to excel in school, not really because we are in love with the subjects, but because our parents expect us to do well. So basically, extrinsically motivated behaviors are those that we solely do to receive something from others or from society. Now that we understand what motivation is, let's talk about what happens when we lose motivation. Now, there are so many reasons for this, but I'll only be discussing a few of the main reasons that we can sometimes lose our motivation. The first and most serious of these is having a mental illness. Now, mental illnesses really seriously debilitate a person's ability to perform daily tasks. So for example, a mental illness like depression can hinder a person's desire or will to do anything. They will struggle to get out of bed, they will struggle to get to work, they'll struggle to have a bath, they'll struggle to want to get something to eat. So mental illnesses have a way of really affecting a person's energy levels and their motivation subsequently. So if you're a person who might have depression or any other mental illness, my suggestion to you is to seek professional help, seek counseling, seek therapy from a healthcare provider as soon as possible. Apart from having a mental illness, another reason that you could be unmotivated is because you are not doing enough. Yes, believe it or not, one reason that you might be lacking motivation is because you're not doing enough. Now, you know Newton's first law of motion, which states that an object at rest will stay at rest? Nobody? Oh yeah, I see you, physics student at the back there. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So an object at rest stays at rest, and this applies to persons as well. Many times the more we lay around or sit around just doing nothing is the less and less we will feel motivated to do anything. So the simple solution to that is to just get up and get going, get busy. Okay, if you have a task, even if you feel like you don't want to do this task, just start on it. It's likely that your motivation will follow when you get started. Now on the flip side, another reason that you can be feeling unmotivated is because you're feeling too overwhelmed. You're doing too much. So you can be unmotivated from doing too little, but you can also become unmotivated from doing too much. If you are just doing way too much and you're starting to feel overwhelmed, your mind and your body will subsequently shut down. If you reach a point where you feel as though there's just way too much on your plate, just too much for you to handle, you're probably going to end up feeling as though you just don't want to do anything at all, or you might not know how to get started on the tasks. So a simple solution to this is to try to break your big tasks down into smaller pieces, manageable pieces. Don't look at it as just one giant task. Try to break it into bits and pieces and try to tackle them in smaller portions. So for example, if you have Christmas cleaning to do, as we Guyanese love to do, try to not focus on having to clean the entire house in one go. Instead, break it down into smaller tasks. Do the kitchen, then do the bedroom, then do a bathroom, then do the living room. Just do it in smaller tasks. And I mean, make it enjoyable. Get some nice Christmas music going and clean your house. Your motivation might also be lacking because you either don't believe in yourself, or you are afraid of failure, or you're afraid of the unknown. Now, you know, you might have this big, bright, beautiful idea, right? Or you might have this amazing opportunity, but you withhold from executing the idea or taking the opportunity because you're afraid, or you doubt your capabilities. This will kill any motivation that you have because you're telling yourself, this doesn't make sense. You would never be able to do it. Like, you're way out your league. You're way in over your head. Don't do it. You can't do it. Like, why even bother? Snap out of it. Understand that there is absolutely no harm in trying. Remind yourself of all of the past challenges, great and small, that you would have had, but especially remind yourself of the ones that you would have thought were so challenging that you would have never been able to complete. But you did it, right? And if you did it then you can certainly do it again. Also, make it a habit to replace all limiting beliefs with self-empowerment beliefs. So everywhere that you have an I can't, replace it with an I can and an I will. Settling for less is another reason that we might become unmotivated. Sometimes we become so comfortable and seemingly content with where we are in life that we no longer feel the drive or urge to try new things or work towards anything else. But sometimes that comfort might actually hinder us from utilizing our full potentials and striving for the better that we actually deserve. So ensure that your comfort zone isn't actually hindering your motivation to expand and accomplish as much as you actually can. Always be content with what you have, but never become comfortable with settling for way less than you can have. Your impatience might actually also be another reason you're not feeling motivated. Sometimes in life, we are not where we want to be when we want to be. Sometimes our goals take way longer than we would hope for them to take. This causes us to become frustrated and discouraged and unmotivated. But, and I know this is going to sound so cheesy and cliche, but it's actually true that good things do come to those who wait. Sometimes, and for good reason, the great things take time to actually come to fruition. So, although it's frustrating and annoying, try as best as possible to make the best of the wait. Enjoy it. Enjoy the progress that you would have made from the time you started to where you are now. And also congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself good job for all the little accomplishments that you'd have been making along the journey. And lastly, your unhealthy lifestyle can be hindering your motivation. If we're not taking care of our bodies and our general well-being, it can definitely be a factor to how motivated we feel. If we're feeling tired all the time, sluggish, we're having brain fog, we can't focus, these are all things that can be affected by the health of our bodies. So if you tackle the issue of an unhealthy body, it's likely that when you feel better, the motivation will find its way back to you. Therefore, ensure that you are getting enough rest, that you're exercising regularly, that you're eating proper and balanced meals, and that you're taking your vitamins and all the other things that you need to do to keep your body in its best shape. And that's it. Those are just a few reasons that we might be lacking motivation and some ways to help us to get the motivation back or maintain it. I hope that you found this video enjoyable and helpful, and if you did, please leave a like and share with others. Also, I am still noticing that there's so many people watching these videos that aren't subscribed. A lot of times, more than 50% of the people who are watching my videos aren't subscribed. I'm not sure why, but please, if you're not subscribed already, please ensure to subscribe and join the MHM family. You can also feel free to head over to my Instagram page and follow me there. You'll find so much other information on mental health. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be safe and remember to become informed on the matters of mental health, because your mental health matters.